Hi, this is Craig, and in this episode today you're going to learn how to record acoustic guitar using a Martin guitar and a Capo. Hi, this is Craig Colley Music. We're picking up another version of a guitar part that we laid down previous on Kenny's song. We're recording a song from start to finish, and we've already done the grand piano part. We've done the bass part, we've done the drums, we did one acoustic part already, and had an idea to do the same acoustic part, but using a Capo on this one. So I'm going to run the song from the top. If you're here for the first time, please subscribe, and if you like the video, like it and ring the bell. And if you have any questions or comments, please let me know what those are. I'm not going to spend too much time on this right now. I want to get into recording, but you can click this link up here, and that will take you to the entire series of recording a song from start to finish. So we're going to use this Martin guitar. I got it capoed up. One note here, you've got to tune for the Capo when you're recording. Don't just tune open and then put the Capo on and start recording. You got to tune for it to make sure it sounds right. Now the guitar part I've already laid down has kind of a consistent strum. So the part I'm going to lay down is just going to be single chord arpeggios laying on top of the bass chord to give it a little more shine, a little ring, and a little more punch on certain parts. So without further ado, here we go. I'm going to switch over to a couple of different shots rolling here so that you're going to see the screen and some other camera angles as well. And I'm going to put my glasses on now because I'm going to have to see what I'm doing here. All right, here we go. Messed up there. Oops. I'm going to redo that. Go back here and pick up that punch. In previous videos, if you're watching for the first time, I explained this process. You might want to go back and look at those, because this one I'm just going to work through and not talk too much. Pick that part up. part up. Tried something different, that didn't work. Go a little bit farther back. Around here. Go in there, back up here. That's enough. I didn't like that. Go back again. All right, listen to that last part because right here, I'm not sure about the chord, the chord second chord. Solo this. That's actually a really good example of how different the piece can sound just with the guitar and nothing else. And they're pretty close. I mean, this is going to be adjusted because I'm not sure the very last chord yet, but that part's spot on. And then we add, actually I'm playing along with the Gibson, this add the other Martin. Can't see the name. I think that's the, one more time there, back that up a little bit. So here's with all three. The capo is in the center and the other are panned. I might even make that a little louder. Back up a little more. That's a nice sound too. Go back and add the other instruments. And now once again, this acoustic is louder than it normally would be for recording purposes, which is probably pretty obvious. All right, here we go. Yeah, all right, so I'm going to listen through that to make sure that everything's cool, and here we go. I'm going to turn off the other guitar so I can just hear this part. I don't like the voicing on this. I did a like how Doobie Brothers or Hendrix used to use that a lot. That doesn't work very well. So that is a third in the chord. That's putting the third on the bass. Now, the other reason I capo this, by the way, is that in E, when you capo up in the 4th fret, you play C. It's an E chord. But the way that this music is written is that the first chord is a full tonic, and then it has a third in the bass that is played before the 4 chord. So this way allows me to play tonic, third in the bass on the guitar, and inverts the chords and has a different sound to it. But that inversion did not work at all, and it sounds obviously incredibly dated, but I still like the sound, but it's not going to work here. So I'm going to replace this section here and the bar chord instead. So actually I'm just going to do the first one and listen to it, because that's all I need is that chord. One more time. It's too far back on the bridge, but that's more the idea. Listen to that. All right, just because I am here doing this, I'm going to show you a little recording trick right here. Let me set that to a half note. I'll talk through this more in detail later, but you can watch along. I'm going to take that part there, I'm going to copy it, I'm going to merge it, and then I'm going to take that spot, and because I am quantized, I can slide it right over that chord there. And use that same chord again. And it's a little out of time, but that I can fix. So I'm going to do that now since I'm on it. Take this and slide this. I gotta turn this setting off here. And that's where the other note started. So this guy here needs to be moved back a little bit, right there. Listen. Good. So that's how you cut and paste a couple parts and save some time there. Moving on. I really like that part there, right here where that pop is. This is where this thing's starting to finally come together with these hits. That's what I'm talking about. That's what you're looking for when you start to layer these tracks and finally get a band sound together. You just got to practice. Like I always say, rehearse, 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 rehearse before you record, so it comes out quickly and accurately and with a lot of feel, just like this. Okay, that part I actually played differently than the first C minor part. I'm going to go back to the first C minor and see what I played there. I guess it was the second C minor part. Going back to this part. So what I can actually do there, I can take both parts and combine them by mixing them together later. So I'm going to leave that for now. I'm going to move on. Anything that isn't spot on, I fix in the editing, so I'm not worried about that right now. Now I know that chord's coming up, but I want to have a little more feel, so I'm actually going to play it this time. At first, I'm going to listen to it. Oop, bounced off the screen there. There we go. Yeah, it just doesn't work. It just doesn't work. It's because it's leading with the third of the note instead of the root. Theory stuff, if you're familiar with that. Arpeggio it more. Arpeggio it? I think that's a word. I just made it up if not. Listen to those. Once again, timing is a little above the beat, but I'll fix that later. I can actually see it. Line that up there. It's a little ahead. I'll move it right now and see if this will fit. Second one's on, but the first one's a little off, so I'm going to split those tracks right here. And move it there. More like that. There we go. There we go. And the same thing repeats, so I'm going to take those two phrases, do the exact same thing, turn this on so it forces it to only move a certain amount of beats, which is set to a half step. I'm going to copy, I'm going to merge, and I'm going to slide those over these guys right there and see what we got. That's what we're talking about. There we go. See that part there, that bum bum, I don't have that here on this guitar. So since I've already recorded that, I could lay that in a different track, and I'll show you in a minute on that. I'm going to keep going here. Okay, that was a little off right there. Let's fix that. Back, we're going to go in. Oh, see how it's jumping around, forcing it to the bar markers. That's because this is forced on here. So I'm going to turn that off. So our time is not fixed. And double check this is. That's right there. That's that phrase. So I'm going to get that phrase right there. Go in and out. Think about this screen. It's hard. I'm not getting up high enough sometimes moving the cursor. I can't see it as well on the screen. Plus I have lights in my eyes. Okay, whole different experience here. More time. Listen. Okay, that'll work. Once again, a lot of things I'm taking into consideration are editing, which I'm not really doing that much of right now. All right, so I'm going to go in there because I want that first chord there, and I'll bring that all the way through here and get out there. Once again, there's little hangers on these in and out points. It is actually going to record, I think, 2 seconds before I have it set. So even if I'm not dead on the spot, I still have some wiggle room. listen. And hear it with the other guitars. Get a perspective on that. Yeah, they're all a little out of time. Sounds like that one's very anticipated, so I'm first going to try and see if I can move it a little bit and line it up. Really all over the place. And listen to just the guitars. Yeah, they're all hitting at the different time. So I'm not really, I'm going to turn the Gibson off for right now. I think I'm hitting too much of a, oops, gotta go there. Oh, I'm in solo, that's why. There we go. How about that? Okay. So, too much, oh, that's what I was going to say. So I had too much of arpeggio, too much on the guitars, it's faster. So I'm going to match it that way. And I'm going to record it right here. There we go. Now I'm going to take that little part out there because that's eaten into our other track that comes back in. All right. Have a listen to that. So all those will be tightened up in editing and listen on. Very nice with the guitars. I like that. We're going to keep that for right now. I'm not going to double with the Gibson, but one other thing I was going to show you, I'm going to fill in those blank spots with a little trickery here. All right, so what I'm doing here, I'm duplicating the track, and I am deleting the audio, in that track. I'm going to call this 2. And what I'm going to do is put that, make sure it's on that chord channel. Incidentally, this is the auxiliary channel I'm monitoring through. If I turn that off, I don't hear the guitar. That allows me to have, I guess, a monitor, a playthrough. And everything with digital still has slight delays to it, in my world anyway, so you deal with it. And even what I'm hearing in my headphones right now is a slight lag. But it's one of those things, you just get used to it. When you do it, it's just part of what it is. And briefly, this buffer size here, if I go lower, I get a lot of crackle in the recording, so it's hard to go lower on that number, but the lower the better if your CPU can handle it. And I'm trying to do a lot of upgrades with that currently because it ain't handling it much anymore. There's too many demands with these new plugins. Way off the track there into a tech conversation. That was not my intention. So now I'm going to find the spot in the song where I'm going to add this part. First I'm going to find it. I think it's right here. Yeah, right in that hole, right there. That's where I'm going to record something. And I know what I'm going to try, so I'm going to try it right now. Prior to that, I have to... I know the chords are A sharp minor to E, and which is a little challenging on the guitar to begin with. It's just so fast. But now that I've got the capo off, same notes right there at the, because you got D sharp with an A sharp and a B with an E. And a little side note, which I'd like to throw in periodically, is I was a music major, and it took me 2.5 years to get theory. But once I got it, it changed everything, and I use it every day. I'm using it right now. That's why I didn't even have to try it. I already knew that those are the right notes, and it's the very first time I ever did that because I know theory and I practiced it and I've learned it. So I encourage you, if you're a songwriter, to learn theory. It will serve you well. All right, so I'm going to try punch that in that little hole there. Listen to that, see if that even works. Listen here again. I messed up the second one, but the first one was okay. I'm going to try it again now that I've got a little basis. I got to add that to the solo here. Do this. Double click there, and I'm going down to my acoustic group because my channel for monitoring the guitar was not in the solo mode as well. So go to mixing board here. Slide over there. Easy to find because the colors, they say they're all soloed now. And this track was not. So without it, you won't hear it. But when I go back to the main mode, turn off solo, it's already in the mix. So this is a solo mix. So now that I've got that, go back here, turn off solo, and I'm going to try that part again. But I really like that. I like the sound of that. Try that. Do a little color. I don't know why I keep wanting to hit a chord after that. Use the other guitar part. Listen to that. Make that smaller. There you go. Alright, so I'm going to listen again, but I'm going to turn it up a little bit because I want to hear that part a little stronger. And I believe it's this one here. I'm going to hear that with the band. Don't really hear it. So it's one of those things that's there, but it doesn't really stand out. So I'm going to listen again with it turned off. Turned on. Off. Now it kind of sounds empty. Turn it back on again. Fills it out. I'm going to use it. So that I'm going to play again here because I messed up the second one. So I'm going to punch in there. That's right, it changes. It So it's got to go to a... Oh, it's just backwards. Ha! Should have thought of that before. Perfect. So it's going to go this way first, this way second. Makes it so easy. Here we go. Listen. And the other way. Okay, so what I noticed, I slid one, I didn't slide the other. I'm going to try sliding that one up. I'm going to keep that by clicking just beyond. There we go. Once again, I'm not used to talking and doing it at the same time. Just beyond the track I just did, then I can pull it back out of the way if I don't like this track. Get out of solo. All right, it's a little harder slide because one of the strings open for the slide that goes up. Now listen to that in context. Nice little color in there. I'm going to turn it off without it. With it. Again, with it. With it. Without it. Didn't think it needed it until it's not there. Now it sounds really nice. Gives a little color, and now that you've heard it both ways, you would miss it if it wasn't there. So this repeats again, and let me find that spot here. Coming up here. Punch in here. I'm going to add that to the end of that one. Right here. Sometimes you find voicing like that and then it makes you rethink the whole song. And that's why I'm doing this. And that's just what I'm sharing with you. This is how it happens. I messed that up. So I'm going to go and get those last two chords right there. A little crazier. Oh, I had that. Oh, I didn't get any of that. Okay, well, that's probably a good thing. The screen smaller. Get this out of the way. I need more real estate here. The out won't turn off now. Same spot. lost my place there. One more time. One more time. Listen. Nope, too much. Oh, hello, I'm in the wrong track. It would help. Zooming way in on that. However, it's not always the waveform that helps you. It is other things about the sound, how they work together. And this is the context of some of the chords and how you play certain instruments, and even if you play the same instrument, you may play different every time in some subtle way. Now, once again, these are mixed way up front, and they're going to be tightened up later. So, and listen to that last segment again. So you got huge guitars now. Huge. Listen to that part again, just guitars. Beautiful. All right, I'm going to check the other part. So it's more here. Can barely hear. I'm going to turn these off to make sure. I think I may have been playing harder on the second take. Yeah, definitely. Right there, I was hitting it harder than I was here, because now theoretically, I know the part better here. It's the second time I played it versus the first time. So I'm going to dump all this, go back here and put those two back in, and now everything will be at the right level and played correctly and matching what's coming later. All right. And get out of solo, and here we go. Listen to that. I'm going to do them both again, and I'm going to keep it going. I got to remember the part there is different from the ending part. Listen for a second. I got it. Here we go. One more time. I have a series of shortcuts here that I use to undo things and redo them. Listen. And that very first one right here, a little off because I tried that F sharp after that E. I'm going to cut that just to see if that's going to work before I practice replaying it. Get that ghost off of there. Right here. Cut. Cut. And now we're going to move it into the right position, which is way sooner than I played it. That's a little abrupt, but it gives me an idea. And listen again. Listen in context. It sounds kind of hard cut there, but it may not. I'll keep it because I can move it around if I need to what I had there before. Actually, it sounds a little ahead when you move it. There we go. Yeah. Good. That'll work. I can go back and add that to this chord. Right there. And get off of there. Hit a wrong button somewhere a while back. Alright, so we are over here. I can drag this way, and I'm going to go out here, and I'm going to go in here and do this part. Got the other one, second one right on. Let me listen. This'll work. need it right there. Actually, I'm not going to put it in there. It actually kind of hollows it out for a little bit here, and then it comes back here and makes it sparkle a bit more. Those are still not totally in sync, but we're not quite there because we haven't edited any of this yet into place. So all the ideas are getting there. Now I'm gonna play with the ending to see if I come up with anything that I like. So let's try that now. Start here to give myself an idea. Right there. I'm going to put the click back